welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and you're watching ChoKwonDeezMakes, a channel where I talk about my knitting, sewing, quilting, general making journey. Today I have for you a classic knitting podcast. I have quite a few finished objects and works in progress and some plans. One acquisition, and yeah, I guess that's the general overview. Please excuse my ginormous pimple. We've been doing battle and I'm losing. So without further ado, let's talk about what I'm wearing. This is the Roadtripper tee by Ozetta, and I knit this in Juniper Moon Farms the yarn base Zoe in the color Celery. This was a finished object last podcast, but this time I put on the buttons. They're little hearts. They're so cute. I've made this pattern before and I put metal buttons on, and I didn't really like the way that it weighed down on the placket, but these only look like metal. They're actually plastic. So I am loving this t-shirt. I made it longer than my last one, and it's more of a full-length shirt. I also have some b-roll of it, so I'll probably put that up as well, but I am loving this. The yarn worked up really nicely. I like how it's got it's not variegated, it's just the different thicknesses of the yarn, so that's what you're seeing as like a heathering effect. Anyways, let's continue on to some finished objects. I'm just going to briefly touch on this one because you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but this is my vest Claire. I finally put the buttons on. These are the ones that I decided to use, just some dark tortoiseshell-esque buttons. Still not loving the color, so we still may dye this, but with the buttons on, I was finally able to see how the tank fit, and I really do like the fit of it. It's just the color, like gray is kind of not really inspiring to me, so this still may turn brown, but we shall see. I enjoyed the pattern by Mochi Knits, and would I knit it again? Probably. I don't know the weight of how much yarn I used. This is knitting for Olive Cotton Merino, but I feel like I could get this out of a single skein of fingering, maybe. We'll see, weight wise. But that is the end of the vest Claire. Yay! My next finished object is my Cassandra test knit for Nash Knits. This is a garter stitch pattern with a scalloped edge on the hem and the sleeves. Focus. Yes. I knit, also with a little bow detail. Look how cute. So cute. And box pleats. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, yeah, you can see it pretty well. Hiding. This test knit for Nash Knits was so much fun. I knit this up in Knit Picks, Swish, Bulky, Bear. Lots of words. So I really loved the sample that Nash Knits had posted for the testing call, and it was an off-white cream kind of color. So I knew I wanted to kind of emulate that, copy it, I guess. This isn't blocked. I'm not sure if I told you that, but I am so excited to have this in my wardrobe. It's actually a fiber that is not super irritating to my neck, so when it comes to this collar, it's going to be nice. I have a picture that I'll put up of it unblocked, and I just really love it. It's so cute. There's minimal like techniques really, but it's something that like you can look forward to. The techniques are obviously the scalloped edge, which are worked up in short rows, and then applying the I-cord and doing the box pleats, which are really nice features of the pattern. And some of the testers in the group chat mentioned that there's a way to do garter stitch without purling in the round, and all you have to do is do some sort of short row. I don't mind purling, so I didn't choose to use that technique, but it's out there. This pattern will be released sometime in September, I believe. And the best part about Nash Knits, in my opinion, is that they have adult, junior, and mini sizes. So you can do matching sweaters for your whole family at any age, and it is so cute. I have another one of I actually have two of their other patterns, and I believe one of them has a full range from adult to mini, and the other one has mini and junior. Patiently waiting to hear if there's going to be a adult size for that one because it's so cute. But this is my Cassandra sweater by Nash Knits. My last finished object for this week is my inspired by Stripe Overload polo. This is a sweater inspired by a pattern by Spectacle Strict. I had some not qualms, but just wanted to customize the fit of the sweater a little bit more. And one thing I actually do wish I had done is make the collar a little bigger. But if I really wanted to, I probably could pick up stitches on the edge and make it longer. But this sweater, I tried it on, it's so cute. I'm so excited to wear this for fall. I think it's gonna be really cute I like to print mix, so I think it's gonna be cute with like florals and things like that. But this sweater is made in Hobby Friends Cotton 8/8. I'm not 100% sure what the colorways are, but I think the brown is like cappuccino or chocolate, and the cream is just like, it's called oat milk. I do remember the cream color is called oat milk. And I just love brown and off-white together, and the striping is so cute. I feel like it's kind of like glitching my eyes a little bit, but in a good way. For finishings, I did sewn bind-offs, and I think I did a sewn bind-off on the hem as well. And I just really love the end result. I think the original goal was to have this sweater for summertime. Obviously, it didn't really work out, but it's still warm here. It's probably going to be a little bit warm until mid-October. So I can still wear this with like some shorts or on a chilly morning. And that is what I created it for. So this is my last finished object, my Stripe Overload inspired polo. My first work in progress is my Tallulah textured cardigan by Mippy the Label, or Famke. I'm not sure how to pronounce their name, but it is an all over textured cardigan, super cute. This is a test knit, by the way. I am knitting this up in, oh shoot, I don't remember the brand, but the fiber is like King Tut cotton or something like that. And this is the hot pink. So let me put it on the hanger. I need some button ideas. Oh my God, it's so cute. I'm currently working on the sleeve, first sleeve, and it's working up very nicely. And I just loved working this pattern. It's like super potato chippy because you have the different sections to look forward to, and I couldn't tell you what my favorite section was, but it may have been one of these two. The test knit group is really awesome. This is not the first time I've test knit for Mippy the Label, and it's always been a joy to work with them. And I'm just loving the outcome. I have done the bind off for the neck twice. First time I did a knitted bind off, it was rippling like so. You can see I also did a knit bind off on the bottom, and it's just not looking amazing. I may take it out, but I'm not really sure yet. But for the button band, I just did a regular bind off, made sure to not knit it too tightly, and so it worked out very well, and I'm so excited to have this cardigan. I don't have many knit cardigans, and I know that's like a theme this year for people in the knitting community, kind of getting into rounding out their wardrobes in terms of handmade knits and adding some cardigans because they are so versatile. For me, I prefer to wear cardigans as sweaters and not really as a layering piece, but with this one being so textured and having so many eyelets, it may be something that I do end up wearing as a layering piece, or at least just wearing a like little tank top or shell or something of that kind underneath. But I'm so happy with the turnout and the definition of the different textures, and I'm really excited to get to the end of the sleeve because it's so cute. It's a really nice detail. I was thinking about doing like a short sleeve version of this, but then I went back, looked at the sleeve, and I was like, no, I can't not do the details that are used in the finishings of the sleeve. So that is my Tallulah textured cardigan. It's so cute. It kind of gives like grandpa vibes, but if you guys have any button suggestions, obviously I'm struggling with buttons because I had to get buttons, or I had to find buttons for this one and my vest Claire. It took me way too long to figure out which buttons I wanted to use. So if you have any Etsy shops or things like that that you all like to go to for buttons, I've looked at my local Joann's. I'm not inspired by their selection there, so let me know where your favorite button places are. I also might still make some buttons. I could do like the clay option, or I'm not really into resin, but I could get into it. My husband knows how to work with resin, so it might be something that we get into. But other than that, this is my first work in progress. My second work in progress, I'm holding it in a beautiful Sisters bag. Isn't it so cute? I got this at Wool'n Folk last year. So my second work of, my little charms are jingling. My second work in progress is the Augustine's #1 pattern. This is a contiguous shoulder pattern. Let's see if I can put it on the hanger. With a center textured, no, I'm not putting it on the hanger. With a center textured motif, and it is so gorgeous. I'm knitting this up in Cascade Heritage. The colorway is walnut something. It's a fingering yarn on 6mm needles, so it's going quite quickly. I started knitting this up when I was waiting on revisions for the textured cardigan and yarn for my Cassandra sweater. So this is how far I have gotten. I actually cast this on after my last video, filming my last video. So this is like about a week of progress, and I am really enjoying just chugging through it. It's not like only stockinette stitch, so there's some interest in there, and I think it's gonna be so cute. I have recently made a Sebastian inspired skirt, just like every other home sewist, and I think this sweater is going to be so cute with that skirt, because the sweater ends with a peplum on the bottom, and I think that's going to be just really sweet and cute for autumn and winter. Yeah, I have no notes on the pattern yet. I do like the daintiness of this folded collar. I think it looks really clean in terms of this pattern, and I'm really enjoying this. It's not cabling, it's just like a series of yarn overs and knit twos together. So I guess faux cabling, but it's really fun. I love knitting. And I'm looking forward to having this as a finished object. My last work in progress is my bed sock. This is just a project that I keep next to my side of the bed that I work on in the evening when I'm trying to calm my nervous system and kind of get into a relaxing state of mind. So this is my little bed sock project. This pattern is the Nutmeg sock by, I mentioned it I think in the last video. The Nutmeg sock by Tanya Barley. I believe it's a free pattern on Ravelry, so go check it out. I decided, because I'm using scrap yarn, this is Rich Hill yarn. The colorway is Canal Walk, and it's a superwash nylon blend. I'm not really sure the percentages, but it was left over from my Farnham sweater, and I didn't use much for that sweater, so I decided why not use it for a sock. And it's so precious. This, once again, is not cabling. It's just a series of knit togethers and whatnot. I cast this on not long ago. I did mention it last week, so I cast this on somewhere in the last 2 weeks, and I'm really enjoying it. I actually accidentally started working this repeat instead of the repeat for my sleeves on my cardigan, which was really funny. I was like, this doesn't look right. And then I was like, oh, right, this is supposed to be on my sock and not my sleeve. I'm working this in Magic Loop on 2.5 millimeter, I believe. Yeah, 2.5 millimeter needles. I'm working the size 2, and I believe I sized up. Yes, I sized up the needles to 2.5 instead of 2 because I just like working it that way a little bit more. And I am now on the foot. I have about 1 inch of the foot going, and I have no idea what kind of heel that I did. It is a short row heel. I just don't think there's any name for it because I think I do it wrong. So this is my heel. It's kind of 2 sets of short rows. You can see my double stitches here. And I've done this once by accident, and then I did this time on purpose because I actually do like the way that those socks fit over my heel. In my head, it's like a gusset heel because it's creating more, can you see? Because it's creating more length around the curve that would be, there's no ghosts in here. It's creating a curve around the heel of your foot and making more, there's more length there, I guess, in terms of fabric that it's making to cover more than just like that much. It's more like, instead of making like a right angle like some socks do with the types of heels that they are, it makes more of like a, it's like a 270, I don't know. It just creates more fabric on the heel so that it moves over your that section easier and it doesn't pull or anything like that. That is how I do my socks, my sock heels. I like it. I've only ever done short row heels, and I started doing a different type of double stitch, and it's actually not a double stitch, it's just a slipped stitch. I don't know. If you guys want to see how I do my sock heels or my short rows, let me know. I started doing it when I was working on the Cassandra sweater, so it's very recently that I've changed up how I do my short rows, and we'll see how it goes. I think it definitely creates a tighter fabric when it comes to the double stitches. Not there, because that's just like, I don't know, in my opinion, that's just always going to be there with short row heels, is a little hole on the ladder side. But yes, this is my first of my nutmeg socks. I have a shortened leg of it, and I am 1 inch into the foot of it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I love this yarn, and it's really relaxing to knit before bed. So if you're interested, this is how I'm like incorporating my sock knitting, because I really want to get into the sun. I really want to get into knitting more socks because I do have a lot of sock yarn. So this is how I am facilitating that. That is my last work in progress, and now I have an acquisition and some changes in plans. The sun is really bright. The number of times I have to run up and down my stairs is comical when I'm filming. I just had to take my bread out of the oven. I guess I just am a scatterbrain. Anyways, first acquisition, which I feel very naughty about, but there was a sale, okay? And I needed to get yarn anyways. So the yarn that I got is Stroll Tweed from Knit Picks. This is the colorway. I don't know. There's gonna be crinkling. It doesn't say, which is fine. But I forgot I ordered this yarn, and I ordered this to make the Rivendell sweater, actually, because I didn't like the idea of knitting a worsted weight yarn on a 3mm needle, so this is what I settled for. I really like the blue, and the tweed specks are like brown, black, and a cream color. You can see there. And I think it's gonna be really cute in a little cable textured cardigan, not cardigan, sweater. So I am going to, oh, I think the colorway is Fjord Heather, right there. I'm gonna have to update my queue to reflect my change in yarns. And the other thing that I wanted to chat about when it came to changing up plans is that same order. I had to order more yarn for my Cassandra sweater, so I have 1 and a bit skeins left, and I was thinking of making a colorwork sweater with these two. I don't know which colorwork sweater. There is a difference in weight, so it might not work out, but I also realized I have enough of this to make the Miller jacket that I had mentioned in my planning video. So either one of these two could go either way, whether it's the Miller jacket or it's together as a colorwork sweater. I was looking at the Lume sweater by Sari Nordlund, but I don't know, it feels too spring-like for me. But these are like springy colors, but they're wool, so I don't know. It may be that I work this up as the jacket. Yeah, it's pretty itchy, so maybe that is something that I will do. And I'll just have to figure out what to do with this extra little bit of yarn, which is fine. It definitely could go to a accessory or pullover or something. This will not get wasted. I'm very excited about my plans being switched up a little bit, because with this yarn I was definitely the CC's wool. I love it, but it was definitely weighing heavily on my mind that I did not want it in the Rivendell sweater. So now that I have this yarn, which is, I'm gonna have to swatch and everything like that, because it is a drastic change from the recommended yarn weight. So swatching will be in my future, and figuring out what to do with this yarn will also be in my future. My ball winder actually just broke, so that's something that I'm also going to need to figure out sooner or later. I don't mind like winding a ball of yarn, like I did that for the bulky, but when it comes to fingering weight things like that, I don't feel like winding a ball is the most beneficial way of storing the fingering weight yarn. So anyways, plans are changing, and we're getting into the cozy season, so I'm so excited. I actually started a new job, which I am required to wear black, white, or chambray shirts on like a bluish. They're not really strict on the blue part, but I was thinking, what's the most ridiculous like white or black blouse that I can make that I can wear to this job? So that might be a future video as well. But other than that, we're getting busy with the fall cast-ons and projects. And I hope you are also having fun with your projects. Let me know what you're working on down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Is there another one? I don't know. But other than that, I hope you're having a good day, a good week, a good month, a good year. I hope all your crafts are crafting. I hope you're enjoying the drop in temperature if you're in the northern hemisphere, or the increase in temperature if you're in the southern hemisphere. And I will see you all next time. Bye.